I'm going to put you on a recipe that is so fucking simple and so fucking delicious that you will make this at least 6 times this season. Bet. You're gonna need 2 chicken breasts. It doesn't matter what kind of beans or what kind of corn. You can use 1 can of Rotel, but I like 2. A packet of ranch, a block of cream cheese, and these are the seasonings I use: cayenne pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, oregano, and chili powder. I do high for like 3 hours, low for like 5 hours.
Everybody loves a good brownie, but have you tried white chocolate ones? Here's how we made them. Start by melting your butter in a pot. Once it's melted, add in your sugar, a pinch of salt, and vanilla extract. Whisk everything together, and once the sugar is melted, remove it from the heat. Let it cool down a little, and then add in your 4 eggs. Now you can transfer your mixture to a bowl. Add in your baking powder, baking soda, and flour, which we recommend adding gradually to avoid lumps. Once everything is mixed well together, add in your chopped roasted walnuts. Follow that with white chocolate chips, and mix everything together. Now pour your batter into your lined baking tray, and spread it out evenly. Now into the oven they go for 40 to 45 minutes at 350 degrees. If you poke a skewer into it, no wet batter should stick to it. While those are baking, you can work on a decorative glaze. Start melting white chocolate chips in a double boiler and add in a bit of heavy cream. Finally, melt in some butter. Once your brownies are done and have cooled off, you can make them look more professional by cutting off the edges. Finish them off by decorating them with your white chocolate sauce.
Short ribs and a mega dark stout are 2 of my favorite things to eat when it's chilly outside.
Short ribs
Are a braising cut of beef, meaning that they need to be cooked low and slow to become tender. First, sear the short ribs and make sure they get nice and caramelized. Don't skip out on this, make sure they get a nice crust.
We just have celery, garlic, and onions. If I had carrots, I would use them.
Remove the short ribs and add your aromatic vegetables. Cook them down until caramelized, then add some tomato paste. Wait until that's caramelized, then deglaze with some dark beer. Here I'm using a mega heavy stout, but a porter would be good, even a dark amber or something like that. Once that comes up to a simmer, add some brown sugar, all-purpose flour, a little bit of mustard, a touch of vinegar, seasoned with salt, and this is just demi-glaze. It's just reduced veal stock. We're going to pot that in, and then bring that up to a boil. Oh, and the boki garni. Reintroduce the short ribs to the pot, making sure that the bone is facing upwards, which will help internally baste the meat. Lid cracked, put the shorties in a cold oven, set the temp to 200 Fahrenheit, then after 2 hours, bump it up to 250 until you can pierce the meat with a knife easily. I pull my short ribs after 3 to 4 hours so that they eat more like a steak, but leave them in longer if you want them to fall apart. This one's decadent. Share it with somebody spesh.
This super quick plant-based dinner has magic powers, seriously. I designed the recipe specifically to get rid of anxiety. There are veggies and turmeric to fight inflammation in your whole body, including your brain. And then this brown rice actually boosts your serotonin production, which will help with your mood. It's also just so cozy and tasty and perfect for fall. The full recipe is in my 1-week anti-anxiety meal plan.
Okay guys, this new recipe is for sure going on our family rotation. I grabbed 5 chicken breasts, sliced them up, salt and pepper, then added bell peppers, onions, you can do white or red, and then you're going to generously season this with your favorite taco seasoning. We love this one from Flavor God called Taco Tuesday. The ingredients are super clean. So again, you're gonna cover this generously. For future reference, I think I will sear the chicken first before I do this, but it was great either way. Then 2 blocks of cream cheese, 2 cans of Rotel, mix that all together, and then this sauce is gonna go on top of the chicken, peppers, and onions. Pop it in the oven at 375 for about 40 to 45 minutes. Pull it back out, cover it with cheese, and bake it again until the cheese is nice and bubbly. Serve it up in your favorite low-carb tortillas, or honestly, it's great by it.
If you're even slightly a fan of cheese, you have to make this. Medium cheddar,
Oaxaca cheese,
Velveeta, tablespoon garlic, red onion, cream cheese, diced chipotle pepper, green chilies, 1 Roma tomato, jalapeno, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, 1 teaspoon chili powder, smoked paprika, 1/4 cup milk, 1/4 cup chicken broth, 1/4 cup cilantro. Set temp to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and smoke to 3. I'll let the grill come to temp. Smoke. As it cooks, about every 20 minutes or so, continue to add milk or chicken broth until you have your desired consistency.
What's up? I'm a plant-based dietitian. Here's how I make my crunchy chickpeas. This is hands down one of the cheapest snacks you can make. Start by draining a can of chickpeas and pat it dry. This is super important if you want them extra crispy, and don't forget to remove the loose skins. Add canola oil, salt, garlic pepper, and cayenne pepper. Mix it all together. I use my hands because I'm really lazy and I don't want to do dishes, and bake it for 30 to 40 minutes. Depending on your oven, the time will definitely vary. Just keep an eye on them and mix them halfway through. When they're brown and crispy, take them out, let them cool down, and enjoy.
Sweet potato casserole, the best dish on any holiday table, and we're making her for breakfast, because we can. Now we're gonna slow roast our sweet potatoes because we love the caramelization that occurs, and it's gonna be in the oven for about an hour at 300 degrees, and then we're gonna mix it together with some macadamia milk and all of these spices. I'm not adding measurements because I honestly didn't measure, and we all have different flavor profiles, so use as much as you'd like. Top it with some spiced yogurt, caramelized bananas, some peanut butter always, roasted pecans, and maple syrup, of course. Grab your spoon, stir, and
This recipe is just butternut squash, flour, and Parmesan cheese, but as I filmed it, I kind of winged it, so I wanted to show you how that works. So first, start with a bad transition. We love bad transitions, but roast your squash and mash it up, and then in another bowl, do flour, baking powder, and salt and spices, which I know negates the whole just 3 ingredients, but you need spice to make things good, come on. And then add the butternut squash and form a dough, which I thought could really use some cheese, lots of it. So I used a blender to grind up a block of Parmesan, which was super satisfying to form into a dough, but I then did not know what to do with that, so I thought, oh, Domino's makes those little Parmesan bites, I'll make my own. Here are my bites right here, they're very cute. I egg washed them, and then I dipped them in more cheese, and we love a good oven transition here. Ooh, how crispy. And that's it. The full recipe will be on my Instagram so I can show you exactly.
Today we're making the Cheddar Bay Biscuits from Red Lobster, but 10 times better. They're super simple to make and taste incredible. So to begin, you want to add 2 cups of flour to a bowl, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 2 teaspoons baking powder, a half a teaspoon of salt as well as onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You want to whisk all of your dry ingredients together. Now here I have 1 stick of cold butter. You want to knead your flour and butter together with your hands. You can use a stand mixer if you'd like, but I know a lot of you guys don't have one, so I'm trying to be mindful of that. But you want it to resemble a sand-like texture. Then you want to add in 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, a handful of parsley, as well as 1 cup of buttermilk. You can also use regular milk if you'd like. Mix until everything is well combined, then grab a baking sheet, spray with oil, then you want to plop on a large spoonful onto your tray. You don't want them to be perfectly round, so don't worry about that. And you want to bake at 400 for 16 to 18 minutes. Finish them off by brushing on my butter mixture, and you're ready to enjoy. Full written recipe will be on my Instagram tomorrow.
Spaghetti squash is one of our favorite ways to eat pasta. And guess what? It's keto friendly, low carb friendly, and delicious. And this method for making it just works. Cut the top and the bottom off of the squash, take out the seeds, then drizzle it with olive oil. Take a little bit of salt and pepper to taste, maybe even a little bit of garlic salt if you want. Bake it 45 minutes at 400 degrees, and then you're gonna scoop out the insides. It comes out perfect. It's delicious. Your family's gonna.
Today I'm taking one of my most popular, most loved recipes and I'm making it even better. Even Reed Drummond, the Pioneer Woman, commented on my last Cauliflower Mac video and said it looked good, which was the biggest win for me. I've been watching her forever. So you're going to start off like normal and break up a cauliflower head into very tiny florets, throw it on a lined baking sheet, and bake it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. I always say shred your own cheese, so I'm shredding up some Parmesan, mozzarella, and Swiss. You could use whatever cheeses you want, but I'm making a white sauce, so these are the ones I'm using. Then I'm going to caramelize a pack of mushrooms, season them at the end, and make my sauce. I'm adding heavy cream, a garlic and herb, cream cheese, some stone ground mustard, and the cheeses that we already shred. This is the best part. I'm adding in a little bit of truff hot sauce. Then you're going to mix that together with the cauliflower and throw it back in the oven for about 5 minutes. And you guys already know, hit that follow button for more easy recipes.
Nutella stuffed churro French toast. How about that? You're gonna need bread. Slice into 1.5-inch thicky slices. Take a slice of bread, and in the bottom, insert your knife. Cut down, gently fiddle your knife around. It's gonna make me act up. And just fill with Nutella. 3 full eggs.
2 egg yolks. Half teaspoon of cinnamon. 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar. Half teaspoon of salt.
Whiskey business. Mix in 1/2 cup of cream and 3/4 cup of milk.
12-inch pan. Heat medium. Little bit of fucking butter. Once it's hot and bubbling, dip into the custard. Both sides. Add to your pan, both of them, let those cook 2 to 3 minutes, and flip. Once both sides are like that, 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon.
Whiskey business. Immediately toss in cinnamon and sugar. All sides.
Look a little something like this.
French toast. Another one. A bit of whipped cream. A nice helping.
this?
Let's make chili crisp. To be clear, that's chili oil with crispy shallots and garlic. Thinly slice a few shallots and some cloves of garlic. Add 1.5 cups vegetable oil, your shallots and garlic, 5-star anise pods. It's a spice that smells like licorice. 3 cinnamon sticks, a few bay leaves, a nice handful of red pepper flakes, and a few Mexican chiles. You don't want to mess with these bad boys. Once you've brought this to a simmer over medium heat, cook on low for about 20 to 25 minutes until the shallots and garlic are golden brown and crispy. 2 tablespoons soy sauce, and a little grated ginger. Strain your mixture over the top of this, and shake any excess oil from the shallots and garlic. Don't forget to remove all the other bits and pieces. When your shallots and garlic are nice and crispy, add them to your oil. Let's just take a quick moment to appreciate this. A little bit of our chili crisp. Yeah, I found my new favorite condiment.